Good evening. Good evening. It is another episode of Get Amped, and this, for those who don't know, Get Amped is literally a fan calling show where fans from any across the world, whoever you support, it doesn't matter who you support, can come call in and talk about your team's performance this weekend. Absolutely wicked to see that. There's a lot of interaction already in the comment section. My guy Jose in the chat, getting familiarized with the United fans. It's a community. It's an absolute community out here. Like we're building a fantastic community on the channel, which is great to see. Now, I'm not going to speak much because obviously, like I said, it's a fan calling show. But I do want to touch on the Palace Brentford game. Now, I hadn't been able to do a proper match reaction due to the fact that we had an amazing interview with Palace Ghana yesterday evening, which was a huge success. And it's just amazing what they're doing on their platform and how they're representing Crystal Palace in Ghana. So big up to them. They had a 1-1 draw today in their game, but massive shout out to them. If you want to follow them, and it's at Palace Ghana. So head over to Twitter and follow them, guys. Just follow their journey. And they've actually started a YouTube channel. So what I'll do after this live, I'll drop their YouTube channel link in the description as well. So just quickly on the Brentford game, and big up to all the fans who were able to be that Sellers pass. It sounded like it was absolutely rocking. So we started very lively, very, very bright. I think I said the first half an hour, Brentford struggled. They really struggled to get out. And it was also testament to the fact that we didn't allow them to settle. Even though they started to press, we were bypassing their press. So they felt quite capped in their own half, you know. But the disappointing bit is like we couldn't capitalize on that at the time. And then, once they got a foothold in the game, it became a very difficult game. Tony had a few decent chances. He will be definitely disappointed he didn't tuck one away. And then we started to kind of, sit off a little bit, which was a bit disappointing. But in the grander scheme of things, you've got to look at it as a decent point, not a great point. You want to win these sort of games. We want to be trying to pick up as many points as possible. Because we've not got the ease of run-ins, but we didn't lose. Once again, you know what? I'd say our centre backs, Gay and Anderson, were phenomenal. Conor Gallagher is absolute baller. Wilf was dreadful, but this is not the time to stick a knife in his back. He was, what do you call it? He just didn't have a good game, and you can tell when he's not having a good game. He starts throwing his toys out the front a little bit, and it's just like, oh, come on, Wilf. But it is what it is. Absolutely is what it is. But we move on. We've got Watford in the Cup Tuesday, and then I believe next Saturday we've got West Ham. If we can pick up 3 points there, because the way we're playing is actually, I've got no complaints, apart from the fact we're not creating chances. But the way we are playing is absolutely, it's decent. Like, it's very progressive, it's positive, and long may that continue. We just need goals. So, guys, link is there in the chat. If you want to come in to speak about your team. Now, obviously, Manchester United had a disappointing draw, in my opinion, today away to Southampton. Spurs have gone 2 out of 2 now. So Nuno started off pretty strong. Grealish got his goal for City. In their 5-0 route. Obviously, Chelsea beating Arsenal, and you know what? We're gonna bring him straight in.
You're right, mate. Sorry, I was just muting on the other chat, and I've got the Roma game in the background. Let me just turn that down a minute. How you doing, my man?
I'm good. Obviously, you're here to talk Chelsea.
Chelsea, yeah, mate. We're looking a bit scary and a bit fruity this season. I'm not gonna lie. It was a good performance all through and through. I mean, it was nice to see Lukaku finally get off the score. to score for Chelsea in his second debut for us. And it was nice. And then obviously our second goal was really a nice little touch to it as well from Reece James. And then we look comfortable for the rest of the game. To be honest, Arsenal look in bits this season. I mean, I try not to mock other people's teams, but Arsenal just look absolutely in bits. It's just not. There's just nothing about them, man. They're 19th after 2 games, bro. I know it's 2 games, but 19th. They got Man City next. They're gonna get absolutely spanked.
It's scary.
I mean,
It's scary,
it's
but
just the fault. It's the fault of it all, man. It's just I don't even know, man. I feel bad for Arteta, but yet again, he's done absolutely diddly squat in the market, really.
yeah.
Apart from spending stupid money for a defender.
Talk about Lukaku's debut. Yes, he's got his goal, but like, how was his gameplay regarding
I think, like, I know I'm not just being biased about, but the Italian league is really difficult to score in. I know we joke about it. Everyone's like, it's Juventus, Inter, AC Milan, and those are the generic teams there. But honestly, like, it is not an easy. I'm nice seeing you too, Jose. It's not it's not an easy league to score in, and mate, I think under Conte, because obviously he's obviously got more leaner, he's more quicker on his feet, he still can hold the ball up really well, and just his finishing's got more prowess. I think Serie A has really matured him as a striker, and actually, hopefully, this is now the time for him in the Premiership. But you can see the way he even holds the ball or passes the ball and just lays it off to other players. It's not like that greedy, immature player that we had at one point. It's more actually looking at the team around him and starting to play off them as well. So the scary thought was him and Werner up front at some point. It could happen as well. It's just mad, and I think Chelsea just look like a different kind of kettle of fish. I'm not going to say we'll win the league, but we are looking a bit more. They look like a bit more of a structured team this season, genuinely. And then if you want to talk about my other team, Juventus.
We're gone.
What the fuck, man? We gave up a 2-0 lead against Udinese, man. Like, I'm so pissed off. Ronaldo scored the 94th minute. That got scrapped for VAR as well.
What's this talk about him wanting to leave?
Apparently, it's not even, I don't know. Like, there's all bullshit about, it's all bullshit about his contract, isn't it? So, apparently, he asked Allegri to start on the bench tonight, and he's fit. But then, like, Dybala scored, and then Cuadrado scored. And then in the second half, real life half scarf vibes. Yeah, man's always been the way, bruv. Trust me, even when I watched Juventus versus Chelsea, but the thing is, my heart is always Italy. So I was at Stamford Bridge supporting Juventus. My cousin was like, "You're a dickhead, bruv." But I was like, you know what? It is what it is at the end of the day. But for me, it's watching that tonight, I did give up a 2-0 lead. I was just so fucked off, mate. We got such a good team. They look plain, bruv. They just look absolutely plain on that pitch. And then he scored his goal. He got disallowed. But then you got Chiesa coming on. You had Locatelli come on at the stupid penalty mistake. Mate, when you're at a buffet and can pick more than one thing, bruv, that's the way it is, isn't it? You always want the best. Safe vibes. That's nice to hear, isn't it? Am I the only Italian that you know on YouTube? Well, that's
a great question.
No, but seriously, I don't know. Szczesny, look, oh my God, Szczesny, we need a new goalkeeper, brother, because just watching him in goal, he's such a melt, bruv. He was the reason we conceded both goals. His stupidity against Delafeu scored against us, bruv.
Oh snap!
This is what makes me laugh. And Pereira was an ex Juventus player. He got a pen and scored. Then Delafeu come on and scored. And they both used to play for Watford.
Yeah,
I know. It's just like Premiership comes around and bites us in our ass, 100%. So Yeah, mixed bag of nuts, man. Football went well in Premiership, and then in the Italian league, I got all excited, and it just went flat as a fucking pancake. So I think it's yeah, man. Mourinho's just Mourinho's just won 3-1 with Roma, and Tammy Abraham had a blinding debut, mate. 2 assists.
Fair play to him.
So just saying, man's following Tammy Abraham in the Italian league this season. One, because for me, he's a Chelsea boy, and 2, I hope he actually shows his worth, and I'll get inspire more English players to go abroad, man. Because honestly, he's got Small in there as well, but he was being in isolation until tonight, and he got asked by Mourinho, did he want to start, and he started, but had an absolute blinder. So if anyone else watched the game, brilliant. If you didn't, just saying, have a look at the highlights and watch Tammy's 2 assists, because honestly, Tammy played so well tonight, and he hit the crossbar as well with a header. So really unlucky, man.
I think he'll do well in that league.
Yeah. This is it. I got no doubt. He's only 21. He's 23, man. He's still got enough caliber in him. I think he's going to do enough massive turnaround in there as well. And Tammy played absolutely blinding football, man. Honestly, brilliant.
That's it.
Nice, man.
Appreciate you jumping on. Obviously, repping.
Come on, man. I support, and I try and jump on everyone that's in our chat, man. I will definitely jump on, man. It's usually you've got one kid running around lunatic or something else running. Everyone knows. Well, you know, I don't need to tell you this, bro.
100%.
And honestly, not that this is my show, but Calcistico is. I'm definitely gonna do a review of all the first games. Probably Tuesday, because Milan play tomorrow night. So then I'll be able to discuss all the games in the Serie A. And yes, I'll put the subtitles on my intro as well, just because of that. Yeah.
Absolutely. Subscribe to Euroscope to get your Serie A and European content as well.
Absolutely, man. Stay blessed. And man's going to keep listening to Get Amped. This is a show and a half. Well done, Rich.
100%. I appreciate that.
No worries.
Take it easy.
See you in a bit, bro.
So yeah, I see there's a massive Manchester United contingent here, but they're gonna have to sit tight just a little bit because we've got to rep out the red and blue. Big up, Kurt.
Hello, mate. How are you?
I'm good. Thanks for jumping on.
No worries, mate. Thanks for having me on.
I'm loving the third kit. It's
got to be done, mate. Wore it for the first time on Saturday and haven't taken it off since. So come on.
What's your thoughts on the game yesterday?
Well, I want to start off before the game, actually. I want to talk about the ticketing system.
I saw pictures.
Yeah,
oh my goodness.
Yeah. You know, a lot of people know that it's gone virtual now at Palace. And we saw it at Southampton today. And Southampton have actually issued refunds to their fans. And to be honest with you, I was expecting the same of us. So I was expecting today to kick off, if I'm honest. The whole of Homesdale Road was just chocker. And we're talking about 5 minutes before kickoff. We could hear the fans inside, and we didn't really know when we were going to get in. But yeah, that was very disappointing, and I think they definitely need to work on that, because they can't blame the fans for not being there early enough. There's something wrong with the club at the end of the day, and I expect to see improvements in that department for next week. Spurs, but yeah, going on to the game. A little bit disappointed. I'm glad we're off the 0 points mark. We've got a point to our name now. But I would have expected a win against Brentford, really. And I think we performed pretty well, actually. I know you said earlier, mate, that, obviously Gallagher, shout out to Conor Gallagher.
Absolute baller.
Especially for his, Premier League debut. Unbelievable. His energy in the midfield was incredible. I think he smashed the post as well. And really, he was our best player on the pitch by a country mile. So positives there. And as you say, with Gurhey and Anderson, wow, they are 2 centre backs, aren't they? Not used to seeing. Yeah, go on.
We're not used to it. This is it. Like, defensively, I have no worries at the moment.
No.
It's going forward.
Definitely.
Which is a major problem at the moment.
Yeah, and that's what I was going to say, actually. I think there's one thing I come away from the game saying is that we need to write a few checks this week. Definitely a striker, but a right winger also. We've been linked with Diallo. I know there's a lot of United fans in a chat today, so do us a favour, send Diallo over. We'll take care of him. We'll take care of him. All right.
Absolutely. Wilf Ivorian as well. That
Mhm,
connection.
Yeah, he'll get game time as well, and we'll look after him. But yeah, Diallo would be incredible on loan. Obviously, Will Hughes has been linked. I'd like to get that deal done. I
Yeah.
think
Do you think 10 mil is a bit too much though?
I do think 10 mil is a bit too much, but we just need squad depth at the moment, don't we? I don't think we're in a position to be sitting here and kind of moaning about prices because the market as a whole is just screwed at the moment.
That's
But no, we definitely need some numbers in the midfield area. But for me, it's got to be Edouard. We've got to get Edouard in. He's been our target for
one that I'm really hoping for.
Yeah, he's been our target for a few windows now, and he's got a year left on his deal. And I just think we need him. And Benteke looked so isolated on Saturday, so yesterday. But yeah, he looked so isolated. The only person in the box for the majority of the game, even in the last 5 minutes of the game. You know, we needed to put bodies in the box. I know Vieira mentioned it. I'm surprised he didn't change anything because really, we didn't. If we were honest, apart from that Conor Gallagher chance, we didn't look like scoring. And against
I think he's trying to make a statement to the board. You know,
I do. I agree. I think obviously you allowed 9 subs. We only had 8 on the bench, I believe, and 2 of them were keepers. So
we're very light.
Very light.
I'm gonna add another Palace fan into the chat.
Hello.
Hi, Luke.
Hello. Hey.
How you doing, Luke? You right?
Yeah, I'm okay.
The Man United contingent have really turned out tonight. The United tour's going to be fire.
Do you want to finish what you said, Kurt?
No, I've pretty much finished. I was just going to say, we definitely need numbers in the attack. We need to start scoring goals. I mean, it's only 2 games so far, and I know it's early doors, but come on, we've got to see a goal. The fans need a goal, don't we?
Yeah, absolutely.
I think, regarding the match yesterday, I think we looked, first 20 minutes or so, we looked very lively going forward, even with, I think everyone's mentioning Gallagher at the moment. Gallagher looks such an improvement to last season. Do you remember we were playing McCarthy in midfield and everything else? But he looks so much of an improvement than last season. That link up play with Wilf when he hit the crossbar. He just brings energy to the midfield, and also with Maka, the 2 engines in the midfield, and then definitely it really suits our style of play. And I think my only concern is the holding midfield. Maybe we do miss Luca in the holding midfield, just to distribute the play a little bit with Luca. Maybe that's the reason why Vieira dropped Gyro yesterday. People quite surprised that they dropped him yesterday. But maybe we are missing Luca. The 2 centre backs were class.
Unbelievable.
Yes.
There was that challenge that Anderson did. Sorry to interrupt. He absolutely clattered one of the Brentford players, didn't he? He got a yellow card for it. But I think, especially where I was sitting, everyone was well up for it. We need that at Palace. You need a few challenges like that going in, because I think we lost that under Roy. We lost the fighting for the badge, fighting for the shirt, and someone like Anderson comes in and shores up the defence in every way you can imagine. But we do like a late challenge at Palace, don't we? As long as it doesn't result in a red.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. Before I let you both go, Kurt, if we only had the chance to sign one player, who would it be for you?
That's a good question. It's got to be Edouard. It's got to be. I can't see Benteke getting the goals we'd need this season alone. We need someone to really push him, and for me, Edouard would come in and get those goals. So, yeah, get it done, Palace. Get it done, Parish. Get it done, John Texer. Whoever's in charge, write the check out and let's get Edouard in.
100%. Luke, who's it for you?
Edouard, but I've heard that he's too much money, but I'm hoping that on the last day of the window that we can get Edouard in. I think we do need another centre forward. Benteke was very, very not good yesterday, except for a few chances. But yeah, Edouard for me as well.
Yeah, I agree. I agree, Edward. But at the same time, no, you know what, Edward, because I think Ratsaki can do a job for us on the right hand side.
Oh, that's a
Yes,
shout.
he can.
That's a shout.
So even if I would love Amad Diallo to come in, but if he doesn't, it's not like we're struggling. I think
Yeah.
Jez could be decent there. But
Yeah.
up top, if we haven't got Benteke, we are like we're really
Very
struggling.
light. Yeah.
We're
Yeah.
very, very light. So
I just want to say to the
Done,
chat
done.
before I go, I just want to say to the chat, it's a Palace kit, lads, not Blackburn, I'm afraid. But
The cheeky, innit?
Blackburn could never. Blackburn could never.
we wear it better anyway. Listen, Kurt, Luke, big up as always. Anytime I'm live, it'll be great to have your opinions.
Yeah,
Definitely, man.
thank you.
Thanks for having me on.
No, thanks for
Bye.
coming on. Take care.
Thank you. Bye.
Right. I think it's time. And you know what? I'm just going to bring them all in. Because this could be fiery. We got Dollar. We got Pros
Yeah.
on TV.
Let's go.
United Community. And my guy with a fresh trim. Werner Drake.
Ooh.
Oi. Man's gonna give
go
you like
on,
Chino,
people.
boy.
Right. For those who don't know, this is the Manchester United contingent. And I tell you what, I think they're
I'm livid.
I'm gonna apologize right away. I think I'm having some Wi-Fi issues, you know. So let me jump out and try to fix this
Free
and see if I
Donny,
can
free
jump
Donny,
back in.
free Donny, free
That's
Donny.
cool. That's cool. All right, you know what, Dollar? We'll start with you. Let's bring in Santi as well, another United fan.
I mean, where do we even start? You know, Ollie has to really like. At what point do we turn around and say Ollie's the problem? Because if I hear this talk of the CDM being our issue one more time, it's driving me like this obsession with the CDM is ludicrous. You can get any CDM in the world, it wouldn't have changed the outcome of that game. You know, it was absolutely ridiculous from the lineup, the substitutions, absolutely everything that he did today shows what kind of manager he is, right? And I heard a comment from somebody, I think it was on Sky or something, right, who said, if you gave this team to Pep, Klopp, Tuchel, we're title contenders. It's the only reason we are not considered as title contenders with our squad is simply because of Ollie. Now, he lacks, for me, substitution IQ. Lacks.
Substitution.
Yes. You can put it. Everything like. Look, okay, let's put it this way.
It's weird saying this on a manager who's been a super sub and always been a super sub.
Okay, but if
Hey,
Ollie,
Hamza, you're a part of the backroom staff, man. Don't do this.
Oh, here we go again. No, he's part of the backroom staff now. He thinks we don't need a CDM.
who,
No,
me?
we don't know.
Listen,
We don't.
listen,
We don't. No, seriously, look.
Oh man.
We
You
don't.
gotta pull up the roster on Google right now.
Look,
Just go on.
I agree with. I
We've
agree
got
with
a problem in
I
our
agree with
community,
Dolo.
ladies and gentlemen.
no, Hamza, hear me out. I am not saying that we do not need a CDM, but what I am saying is a CDM is no reason for us not to be challenging. This is it's a ridiculous statement for us to say that the reason why we are not challenging with the squad that we have currently is because we are missing a CDM. It's a ridiculous statement. I don't even know where this statement came from about this CDM. I don't know where the obsession for CDM came from. My question to everybody is, if Ollie was to get sacked today, which team in the top 10 would he go into? I don't think he could even make it into Crystal Palace. This is the issue we have. We are almost becoming obsessed with a romantic fairy tale that one of our ex-players is going to become the next Sir Alex Ferguson. It's never going to happen. We need to be like a team such as Chelsea, where they had a fairy tale with Lampard and they said straight away, it's not working out. And bear in mind, he did not perform as horribly as Ollie has when it comes to substitutions and his rotation of players, his game management, everything that Ollie does. I believe with Ollie, it's a situation of he's almost afraid to lose the game. So because he's afraid to lose a game, he keeps playing it safe and putting out teams that won't necessarily get beat, but won't necessarily win either. And he's happy with that because he keeps his job. But for me, it's ridiculous now. Enough is enough. And as much as I love Ollie, I love his history, I love everything he's done for the club, but he's not going to take us to that level that we need to be at. And anybody that thinks that he is absolutely delusional in my eyes.
Wow.
Hey, that was that was the essay, boy. That essay was
100%.
I'm fuming. I'm fuming. If you can't tell, I'm fuming.
I'm not even gonna lie, Hamza, you changed quick, bro.
What is this?
He was like, "No, you're not talking down
I
like this."
come out with this. This is the best, by the way. I love wearing these in summer. If you don't have any sense of summer, then shut up.
No, but Hamza, why did you change then? You should have worn that shirt with pride.
I wear this shirt with pride, but
No,
I'm
not
tired
that
as
shirt.
hell. I'm tired as hell.
I meant your weed shirt.
The Miami one.
Bro, you gotta own it.
Yeah, you shouldn't have changed. You should have just worn it.
Anyway, so about not having CDM. I'm sorry. But what did Fred do today? Fred, like, I was on the KG show and I agree. I was with someone, I can't remember his name, or he doesn't have a name. Anyway, there was this guy where, like, he said, like, Fred can't pass, he can't dribble, he can't shoot, and probably can do some interceptions. Like, does this guy deserve to play football? Like, because I till now, like, deep down in my heart, I don't know what Fred is.
Pastor Fred is an atheist on the ball.
Bro. Bro.
Man, you're too much. Sorry.
Anyway, we need to get out. We need to get vibes one day in some stream because, like,
Absolutely.
Yes.
we need to do this. Anyway, so Fred was crap, like it says like shit, right? Like, Fred did nothing right today. Nothing right. Matic done okay till we conceded a goal.
Way you're wrong. How did Matic do?
No.
better than
Hold
Fred?
on. Till hear me out. Till he conceded a goal, then he lost his head, and then in the second half, he was tired. Like, this is the old Matic now. Like, Matic can't do it anymore. So if you're gonna put it on CDM, like, I'm a McTominay fanboy, as everybody knows, and that's why you call me backroom, whatever you call it. But, like, I don't see McTominay as a CDM. I know he came on and did well, but, like, I don't see him as a CDM. So where's the CDM that we have in this football club? Like, we need a proper, like, I wouldn't be mad if we get Ruben Neves or this type of player, but, like, we need a proper CDM. We need an Ndidi. We need a Rice. We need someone like that. And bear in mind, people, like, I know this probably feels like a defeat, and it's a bit annoying today. I was really pissed off with everything, but, like, bear in mind that Varane's gonna be starting next week. Sancho's gonna be coming into the team. We still got Cavani. We've still got Rashford. So I feel like this team's still like we're not gonna say like the title's over. Like, we still have 36 games to go, and
Hamza, this is, see, what you are saying is my issue, because you're saying Sancho is still to come. Varane, did you see Chelsea? What did the Chelsea manager say? If I've got a world-class player, he's starting straight away.
Oh, straight away.
Issue that
Absolutely.
Ollie, look, all these players.
Do you think I was happy with what Oli did? I was really pissed off.
What I'm saying is, all the players that you're mentioning, they play international football. They go away and they play with a completely different team. They don't have time to bed in, 1 game, 2 games, 3 games, coming on as a sub. They play from a completely different team, completely different tactics, completely different formation. These are world-class players. These are top elite professional athletes that we're talking about. This is not a Sunday pub league team, that we're talking about. This is an absolute quality squad that we have. And we are saying, Sancho, come in and play 20 minutes, 30 minutes. Varane, sit on the bench. To do what? I would rather that he didn't name him in the squad than put him on the bench. What, to soak up the atmosphere? What is he doing on the bench? What? That it doesn't even make any sense half the time what he's doing. Now you have a situation that you're screaming CDM, CDM, CDM. Okay, right. With CDMs, that you can only name 3 or 4 CDMs in the Premier League that have a better setup than a better kind of play than we do. Because everyone's screaming Basuma and Diddy. Look, put any one of them in the current squad under Oli, it's not going to make any difference.
It's going to make a difference, because when you have a CDM, like that shot that Chai Adams should, like, Fred should go into it. Fred should put his leg into this ball.
But the reason why we conceded that goal in the first place was Bruno. Bruno had the ball, right?
It was.
And the thing about it is
Bruno and Fred's fault. I agree. I think
so we can't just. Everyone's blaming Fred for whatever reason. Yes, okay, like the game was poor, but the team itself was poor. After we scored the equalizer, what did we do?
Why was Martial?
Besides Fred,
Martial shouldn't have played. Yeah, I agree with that.
Fred is crap. And by the way, I can name you more than 5 players in the CDM that can play that role in Manchester United. We've got Basuma, Ndidi, Fernandinho, Rodri, Fabinho.
You're calling players that some of the players we're not going to buy. So there's no point talking about it.
Kovacic, top teams have 2-3 CDMs. We don't have one, and Matic is done. So,
but we don't really need one. Like, it would be nice if we could get one, but we don't need one to challenge.
What is this?
Santiago, you speak.
I was gonna say that.
The thing is, like, I agree that it would be nice to have a CDM. We scream for signings, but if you look at this, like the past, I don't know how many games, like every player that we've signed in 2020 and 2021 outside of Cavani has not played for this team at all. Why are we buying players and not playing them? It makes no sense.
Trust Oli.
Free Donny.
Absolutely. I mean, you saw Matic was sitting there just like babysitting the defense today, when you could have just gone in, put in Varane, pushed up the line, get a little bit more space, put Donny in there, create some space. Like, I don't know what the hell he was thinking.
That's what I'm saying. It's like people are screaming for CDM. As soon as we lose a game, they're screaming for a CDM. Bring whatever CDM you want. We're not going to do anything different. Nothing's going to change. Nothing will change because Oli has no style of. There's no style of play.
So you're a fan of McFred now. You're a fan of McFred.
I'm not a fan of McFred. What I'm trying is
because if you don't want a CDM, that means you want McFred in the midfield.
No, because what I'm trying to say is, no matter who you put in that middle, it's not change. You know what? You can buy an Ndidi, all right? And I guarantee you, he'll probably be on the bench because that's
on the bench.
You've got Van der Beek, who I don't know if he if it's a situation like Zaha and Moyes,
It
where
is. I'm
he's
telling you.
or something. I don't know, allegedly. I don't know if it's a situation like that, because when Lingard, right,
COVID.
is
Yeah, that killed me the most today.
COVID.
I mean,
That killed me the
He
most.
said McTominay was injured. He
That's
put
what I'm saying.
McTominay in there.
So, a quick question: How true is this rumor?
Someone quoting on you.
I mean,
I wouldn't be surprised if he got caught in 4K. I mean, I just at this point, like, there's something going on there.
because
Something
If I,
happened.
if I were Donny, I would put today my transfer request,
I'll
because
take
like
Piatti. I'll take Piatti now.
this is madness, you know. Like I defend Ole and everything, but in Donny, like Matic and Van de Beek have been class with each other. You're playing Matic and Fred in the starting lineup. Like, not even Fred and McTominay. You're playing Fred and Matic, who have never played alongside each other, and they played crap. I would sub them in the first half. I swear, I would generally would.
Yeah.
And
I was
in the second half, I said, like, that's probably he's gonna get a kick up of the arse from the fans, and like he's gonna do substitutions. Like in the second half, I was switching. Like, who did he bring on? I searched the same team, and he brought on Jadon Sancho 55th minute, and Jadon done sod all. So like substitutions were crap. Like,
yeah, but this is the same thing that happened last season, right? And it's the same thing that we did with Donny, we did with other players, where you give them 20 minutes and you think they're gonna change a game or perform a miracle.
no.
There's someone like Sancho, right, is used to starting. You have to give him time to warm into the game, to start the game. Now he's just there, ice cold, off the bench, trying to figure out what's going on. It's ridiculous.
I'm worried for Sancho.
A marquee signing.
No. I think next week is gonna be like the consistent team. I think Sancho
that Sancho is. Sorry to cut you off. Not to say that Sancho is not a good player. I just worry for him in this system, because Sancho's a guy who plays with the ball at his feet.
Yeah,
and he likes to dribble past people. He carries the ball. We're not that kind of team. We're a quick transition, front to back, very quickly.
But do you think Ole wants to be that though?
Yeah, but like, where's the implementation of it? Because I don't want to compare him and Klopp, but when Klopp came into Liverpool, straight away you could see what he wanted to do.
Instantly,
you could see exactly what he wanted to do. And then, like, as the years built on, he started to bring in the players that were better to be able to fit into that system. What I'm seeing here is that he just brought in players and said, you know what, go out there and do what you can do.
Yeah.
And when Sancho comes here, I'm like, I'm not so sure he's going to do like what we think he's going to do. What he did at Dortmund, there was a system already built around him to be able to do what he can do. Here, you're throwing him in here and you're saying, you're 75 million pounds, go out there and do something. What is he going to do? I'm worried, because when I saw little flashes today, but I was like, it doesn't look like that he knows what he's supposed to do on the pitch.
Exactly. So, that is exactly my point. It's almost like we have individual players, and what we're expecting is just individual brilliance to come up. Now and again it works. Last game it worked. Now my other issue that I have is everybody saying, well, let's calm down. It's the second game of the season. What cost us last season was the amount of draws we had. The
11.
amount of draws, if we converted those draws into...
And the start of the season as well, you know. The start of last season was dreadful.
Yes, and what's happening again? Where and the thing
no,
is,
it's not dreadful. You can't say it's dreadful now. We got 3 out of 9. Now it's 4 out of 9, and hopefully we're gonna win next week. So, like,
no, but this is what I'm trying to say. If you look at our first 6 games on paper with the squad that we currently have, I don't want to hear about CDM. The squad that we currently have, we should get maximum points on paper. It is only Man United under Ole that will go into this game and draw with Southampton. And it was a lackluster performance. It was ridiculous. There was people that we were carrying. I don't know why Tony Marshall was even playing. I just think that was a ridiculous situation there, and you could tell that he wasn't up for it, and nothing was working. I just think at some point we have to just address the elephant in the room, which is Ollie. Ollie is not up for this task. I'm sorry, but I've backed him. I've backed him since he's come in. I've backed him all the way up to this season. I said, you know what? This is going to be the season. This is his defining season. But at what point do we say, you know what? We're going to pull the plug. Are we going to go all the way to Jan? Or are we going to go all the way to the end of the season? Where do we draw the line with Ollie and these kind of performances that he puts in? Because this is one thing that is consistent, is that Ollie will put out these performances, then in the big games he will just manage to win, and then we're back to oh well, I can see something in Ollie. What can anyone see in this guy now?
Okay, guys. Santi, I'm gonna let you have your say. Then I'm gonna bring in Rush to have his say, and then I'm gonna move on to there's another Chelsea fan that's gonna jump in.
I was generally gonna come on and talk about Barca and
Hamza,
the result today.
Hamza, your name's not Santi, bro.
No, hold on.
All right, I'll bring you back after.
If we're gonna do this again, then I'm not only gonna pick on your team, I'm gonna pick on your.
Get out of here. Shit, I'm saying. All right.
Oh my god, sorry, Santi.
No worries. So, to me, I feel like Ollie has the players to tactically set up. I don't know. I agree with you when it comes to a lot of just we throw in players and we rely on a lot of moments of brilliance. We you know, how many times has Pogba, Rashford just pull something out of the hat, and then next thing you know, we're ended up winning on a late winner, right? I feel like that's a common trend now. You know, like I said earlier, you know, you could put with the faster center back, you can push up the line now, right? I'm hoping that we get to see that. I'm hoping that maybe we're just I'm being reactionary and we actually see him start those signings with Donny. There's something personal going on at this point, because you don't start somebody who just got over COVID and is allegedly injured. And then, you know, as far as a CDM, I don't know if it's necessarily coaching, but I feel like I've personally noticed that Bruno is almost playing like a second striker, and then Matic was playing almost like a third center back.
Yeah.
So it really just kind of like you didn't necessarily have somebody to transition the ball. So I don't know. I feel like there's maybe some questions around the coaching at this point that is just kind of becoming more glaringly obvious as we bring in other players and then don't seem to change it.
Cool. Rush, your thoughts?
Bruv, I had to just take a minute to like calm down, which is why I didn't even bother to call into KG's thing earlier today. Yeah, it's a mess, man. To piggyback off what Dola was saying as well, you know, questions need to be asked, bro. And I think it's clear to see now that the expectations of the fans are not in line with the expectations of the owners. Like, I don't think they're going to sack Ollie, innit? Because I reckon top four is all those guys want. As long as they get that Champions League money revenue coming in, they're Gucci. That's what it is. Like, because from a footballing standpoint, look at Chelsea today, bro. You can see the difference that Tuchel has made. You can see the system that he's trying to implement. You can see on and off the ball, tactically, how they're structured. You can't say the same for United.
Chelsea looked on fire today. You guys see Lukaku?
Yeah. Bro, listen. When everyone was taking the piss out of Lukaku, I was telling them, bro. Like, he has improved as a player under Conte. He's trimmed down. And he was bagging goals even when he was big.
Yeah, when he was...
Like, he's going to be a different sort of animal, man. For that team, bro, he's going to get so many tap-ins as well in that team.
People are telling me that, oh, Lukaku should have went. I'm like, fam, he's the guy we need right now. We're looking for a striker right now. We let him go.
Listen, when we sold him, I thought it was ridiculous because in one sense, you're getting rid of someone who's guaranteed to get you 20 goals a season. Guaranteed. But I was willing to go with it depending on what you wanted to do, innit?
But we ain't done nothing. Who did we bring in?
But we ain't done nothing. We ain't done nothing. That's the thing.
We brought in Igalo.
I can understand if you say he doesn't play and you want to move to a more fluid, free-flowing system. But, you know, what have we really seen?
Nothing. Man brought in Igalo, and I love Igalo, Merv. Like, but still,
Yeah.
you're not the guy. And then you brought in
And at this point, I'm like Dola, where I feel I know it's even if it's only the second game of the season. These are the kind of points that you can't be dropping.
Yeah.
There's no excuse for it.
we
No
did it
matter
last
what lineup we put out there today, we should be clapping Southampton. A Southampton that's lost a Danny Ings. A Southampton that's lost a Yannick Vestergaard.
They're two best players, front and back.
Yeah. How the hell are we getting overrun in midfield by Southampton? Southampton are in a relegation battle this season.
And then our excuse is we don't have a CDM.
See, the CDM thing doesn't even come into a game like today.
Yeah, you don't need one for today.
Yeah,
Right.
for today,
Lads.
anyone should just be coming. Nah, it's not even. Like I do
Lads.
think we need a CDM, but it's not for this.
Lads, so I would not want to cut this short, but I know there's some other fans in the back that want to have this say. I might just have to do a random just Man United rant thing in the week or so. I don't know. I'm gonna have to figure this out because you lot need to this is like therapy. You know what I'm saying? In all honesty, and guys, that's the reason why I started Get Amped, to be able to speak to fans of all different clubs, because we can't naturally just go to the pub like we used to. You know what I mean? And this is a platform for anyone to chat football, man. And building.
Yeah, no, that's what it is, man. That's what this is good for, isn't it?
And stuff. And yeah, guys. But before you lot go, two things. Let me get Hamza back in. The first thing is, and this is from a fellow Palace fan, and just by show of hands, how many of the panel would sack Oli today?
I'm sacking him today. I've had enough.
So,
I'm not sacking because I need to see a plan. Like, just sacking, man, ain't going to solve nothing. These people in charge haven't showed me that they've got any kind of watch out.
Look, if they run till Christmas or to Christmas, January time.
Listen, at this point in time, I'm not confident, bro. If we sack Oli today, these man might give the position to Darren Fletcher.
right,
they'll give it to Wayne Rooney.
I did not intend to start a new argument. I just said
I would put Zidane in.
Right, guys, listen up. Sorry, Santi. I just said from
I don't know if Darren Fletcher's just always there at the right time, but anytime an opening comes up, my man seems to get the nod.
Right,
they're watching Wayne Rooney.
By the way, I just want to say how class management is. Real Madrid are losing 2-1, and when they conceded the second goal, Carlo Ancelotti got 3 subs on at the same time. Bye.
Okay. Right. Anyway, lads, listen. Thanks so much. We're gonna do this again. Hamza, where have you gone? I need to speak to you. Oh, there you are.
How haven't I bantered Arsenal today? It's such a shame.
It's not your time for that.
No, I want to banter Arsenal.
Oh. Anyway,
and Carlo was just resting at Everton, bro. Look how quickly Madrid moved.
Guys, I've got to get some Chelsea fans on. I've got to get some Chelsea fans on. Like, listen, before you go, my boy Hamza, like he put in work and he really wanted to go out Googling Crystal Palace and started to start to chat rubbish on his name. So listen, listen. He's got to understand this thing goes back and forth, and he doesn't want the smoke with me. So let's just show him in his new light. Let's just show him in his new light, yeah. Yeah. And you know what? I ain't finished there either. You know, because he can have this kit too. So next time, if you want the smoke, you will get the smoke.
Hamza's Google rod was legendary.
It was legendary. But listen,
you're getting some of it now. You're getting some of it now with Arsenal fans. You're getting.
Bro, when he looked up Matata and Jack Butland.
Lads, big up to all of you. But listen, guys, honestly, if you haven't seen the rant, go onto the United Community YouTube channel. Blame Roland.
It's not me, man. I didn't do nothing.
Started him off. I called him Ollie's backroom stuff, and he ranted for 15 minutes about Palace. But it was brilliant, guys. Big up to all of you, man.
Big up yourself.
Take care,
man. Big up yourself, Rich. Come on.
Oh man. Rush, I'm going to bring you back on because I know you haven't had a chance to chat. So let me just speak to
Oh,
the
okay.
Chelsea guys and I'll bring you back. So, Dan, what are you saying?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Thanks for jumping in. I'm going to bring in another Chelsea fan, to be honest. Let's have a little balanced argument, balanced discussion here. Daniel, you start off. Talk to us about your boys.
I think that was one of our easiest games. I think it was easier than the one last week.
I'll take that.
You gave us more of a. You think you gave us more of a game last week? I just like to banter Arsenal because I went through the worst times when I was a Chelsea fan. So
No, understandable. What would you say was the highlight for you looking at your team? Would you say Lukaku scoring on his debut? What was it about how you played?
the whole team, to be honest, I think the whole team played brilliantly. But the main two were Reece James and Lukaku, were the two best players.
Midfield didn't do too bad either, though.
Yeah, Jorginho
had a good game today. Jorginho had a very good game today. I'm not even going to lie about that. I think there's just as I said earlier, Rich and Dan. I think Chelsea just look like a different kettle of fish this season. I think they just look a little bit more streamlined. Even like Alonso's just like and Asby have they just look like they've just got a new energy and they're ready for something different. Even though they're on the latter end of the season, I think they're just ready to do something, bro. It's just mad. You reckon? Who do you think is gonna perform the best this season, Dan?
I'm a bit biased towards Mason Mount, so hopefully Mason Mount. And Kai Havertz too. I like Kai Havertz too.
Yeah, Kai looked different as well up top. He looked really well. His movements alone this season already in pre-season look really good, man. Seriously.
Can I ask you about the Timo Werner treatment? You probably have seen it on social media, and if you haven't, Chelsea had an open training session, I believe, where some fans could come in, and one idiot decided to get the mic and call out Timo Werner. Like, what's your thoughts?
Dan, go first.
I don't know what to say. Fans shouldn't be doing that. They should support all the players, no matter what, even if you don't like them or not. That's what I do. No matter what, I back them.
I actually like Werner. I think he's actually one of the backbones to Chelsea. And last season alone, although he didn't score, because he come from a season in the Bundesliga where he was just banging left, right, and centre. For me, he's actually a very prolific player. Where he holds the ball up really well. He's got pace. He can dribble past players. And actually, the amount of goals he set up last season, and we were not a team to win the Champions. We were not a team to win the Champions League last season, and we still done it. And he, for me, was one of the prolific players. I liked Timo Werner. He's a placid player. He's got a massive price in his head for how much he came into us for. I mean, he's not as high as much. He didn't cost as much as Rom did, but to be honest, looking at what his capabilities are and the amount of energy he brings into a game, honestly, like he is so underrated at Chelsea. It really pisses me off. I think he's so good, and actually he'll grow into his own. And what you're going to get, he's either going to play the supporting striker to Romelu Lukaku this season, and probably play on the left. And for me, that will scare any fucking defense. And today, let alone we played Arsenal, maybe not the strongest Arsenal team ever that we ever played, but honestly, it was like we're playing like they're under 12s or something. Because honestly, Chelsea just looked something different on that pitch today. And it affects mental health. I agree, Santiago. You cannot do that to players, man. You cannot do that, man. Honestly, I'm a big advocate for mental health. I've been through my own shit with that. And actually, if they cannot respect players who actually not just put, and Ericsson is a fine line, the guy who turned 29 and had a heart attack, they put their body on the line. I know everyone thinks, they fall over and this, that, and that. They put their body on the line on a daily basis. The stress they put it through to get themselves to pinnacle fitness to perform on the weekend. So fans like us can watch them play at that level is outstanding. And I think people need to start looking at and being a little bit more respectful.
Absolutely, I think it was embarrassing. You got to think, like, I don't know how often Chelsea do that. But imagine if that was the first time they ever thought, you know what, let's open it up to the fans to watch training. This, and I'm going to call him an idiot again, could probably potentially ruin it for the hundreds or thousands of fans who are in attendance at that time, because he wants to be like the class clown and get a few likes or tweets or whatever it may be. But
he's a tit, bruv. Just call him a tit. That's it, basically. And actually, if I was Chelsea, I'd actually take his either got a season ticket, take it off him, and then he can go and do one, mate. That's it. That Chelsea need to violate him a little bit and make him realise actually who the hell is he and what's his problem. And actually, what if I was Timo Werner? I'd go him. Oh, hang on a minute. Take my shooting boots off, give them to him, and say, "Can you go and do what I've just done and see what you can do?" Because there's always people that just give it all that, but don't realise the amount of work that goes into being a footballer and the stress they put their legs through. And obviously, Rich, you know Luigi, man, the amount of injury he put, and you as well, probably through your footballing, shall we say, your footballing career to where you played to levels. You've probably been through injuries and rehab and coming back onto the pitch and feeling that little bit more debilitable. And actually, it's just disgusting. Do you see what I'm saying? So for me, I think Werner is a ledge. I think Werner is going to stay at Chelsea for a longer period of time. And actually, do you know what? 100% he's going to give it all in that colour, Chelsea colours. And yeah, I think he's going to be outstanding, man. Seriously. I think he's going to really, really push forward and be one of the prolific players at Chelsea.
Absolutely.
Dan, you want to say something? Because I am gassing it, bruv.
You just said exactly what I was thinking.
Exactly. That's why. That's it. Yeah. Chelsea fans, that's it.
You know what, Dan? If you don't know Leo, well, you know him now. He can talk for everyone. So, like,
I'm not much of a talker anyway. I just like to support. That's why I'm always comments.
And you are a massive supporter. Like, I think that I was on Lamb's stream and first time I ever messaged on her stream, and Dan was out there saying, "Guys, go follow." So thank you so much for that. You know, every little helps, man. Like I said, we're building a lovely community out here, man. So it's great that I can finally actually chat to you about football.
Yeah, same goes.
No, I appreciate that, Dan. Dan, have a good one.
Oh, mate. Do you want to bring the love of my life into the chat?
Not just yet.
Not yet.
Not just yet. Not just yet.
No.
Right. I didn't mean to cut you like that.
Honestly, I just want to say I'm a massive advocate for mental health, man. That's all I'm saying, and I'll just finish on that note. But yeah,
stay there.
And I'll let you get on with what you're doing, bro.
I think he's gone. You know. Anyway,
has he gone? Hamza left. Pissed.
So. Stay there anyway. I'm gonna chat to you. Right, Edna, if you're still about, hit the link. I need you to jump in on this discussion. Yes, bro.
What's happening? Yeah, I just wanted to touch on that Timo Werner thing as well, man. Like, obviously, you know, as fans, we do have strong opinions on players and that, but that was a violation, what happened right there. And also, you know, what good do you think is that going to do even? Like, what does that accomplish? Like, if a player has a bad game, don't you think they know that they've had a bad game? What is you then doubling down going to do to their confidence?
No, this is it. It's absolute mental.
Yeah, absolutely. And also, like you touched on as well, you know, this is an opportunity for people to come down with their families and that, get closer to the players. And now you might have just stopped more open training sessions from happening in the future.
And this is it.
So, you know, all for what? For one moment that trends.
A bit of clout.
Yeah, it's stupid, man. A bit of clout. And yeah, like Leo said as well, I actually think Timo Werner is a pretty good player, man. I think obviously there's a lot of pressures that come with that Premier League jump and whatnot.
Yeah.
And I actually expect him to do quite well this season, linking up with Lukaku.
You know what it is? I think, and this is what I went on I've been on a few Chelsea pods and streams, and I was saying the same thing, like, because we now live in a G&A era sort of thing, they don't see what Timo Werner does in the background.
Yeah.
You know, and the runs he makes, the space he creates for his teammates, that's just as valuable as a goal.
I think also fans are kind of skewed by the numbers because we've been spoilt by the Cristianos and the Messis over the years. So they expect every chance to be a goal,
100%, 100%. But anyway, I'm going to get you to talk United. And when there, yes, she's here. Finally been able to chat to you. Finally.
Hi.
Edna. Now listen, if you don't know Edna, she is fire, especially in the KG.
No. I'm nobody, please. I'm just nobody I'm just a regular United fan.
When I mean, yeah, she permanently deleted a fellow YouTuber. Like in the sense where I ain't seen Neeks for a minute.
No.
I think I saw him on one of Don Robbie's streams the other day.
Oh snap! So he's trying to level up. Listen, Edna, you got to take your flowers. Like, listen, you got to take your flowers.
No.
Let
me tell you, it's just
they say that Neeks is still in the boot. Like,
so you're gonna have to catch me up on this, Rich. What happened?
Oh my days!
Nothing happened. We just shared opinions. That's it.
For about 3 weeks. Yeah. It was literally Neeks versus Edna.
Oh, swear down.
Oh my gosh. Back and forth. And it was about Ollie. Back and forth. Like, it was mad. And one of the weeks, Edna was sitting in her whip. And everyone's like, no, where's Neeks? Is he in the boot?
I remember that one.
Literally.
I remember that one.
And they came on the show in witness protection. Yeah, you know what, sorry, because I missed the majority of the show today because I was out for my nephew's birthday. But there was a picture that came out saying that like you look like a Street Fighter character that hasn't been unlocked. And what's happening to your lighting? What's going on?
I was sitting in the dark. I didn't want to turn on the light. People just went off.
Yeah, Sandy sent that screenshot with what Vibe said as well. That was mad.
I was sitting in the dark. I was sitting in a very dark place in the sitting room, and everybody was just going on. So I was like, all right, y'all tripping.
Please don't let Manchester United do this to you, Edna. Please don't let them have you sitting in the dark.
At this point, I'm not surprised, to be honest. Like, I'm just, when somebody boosted something to you and you're like, you're not surprised. You just know they're gonna do it. Like, we did the Leeds game and everybody was going on and on and on. I kept tab on some pundit. And, they kept giving us praise. Yeah, we're going to be title challenge. We're going to do this, with that and that. And I'm like, okay, relax. It's Leeds. Now, every good side that plays Leeds always create opportunity. That's just the way Leeds play. The same Leeds we beat 6-1 last season. Why didn't we win the league then? So it's like, I understand that we beat Leeds, but it's still the same thing, like, it's still the same thing. It's still the same thing. It's still the same thing to me. Like, what's the point of you buying players? I'm just gonna ignore them people.
Rich, you might need to take a second. Flashbacks to Friday, bro.
What's the point of you buying players if you're not gonna play them? Like, that's just a big thing for me. Like, you keep buying all these players and you're not using them, and every time you want to use them, you bring them on very late, and it's the same old United, right? It's the same thing. As Ferdinand said, when we played Villarreal, you can't just turn it off and turn it on and expect people to roll over for you. It's not gonna work. I think Southampton, they lost the first game. I think they lost it to who?
They lost to Everton last week, I think.
They lost. So
I think it was Everton, 3-1.
They needed a win. So they needed the win. They needed to get get going. Nobody wants to
Mhm.
lose 2 games in a row unless you're Arsenal, but I guess. Right. So you had to try and get the point in. And we just went in there thinking, yeah, we just won 5-1 to Leeds. We can just go in there and do
Yeah,
whatever we want. And Southampton said, no, not in my house. And remember, fans
yeah,
are
yeah.
back.
Last week when I was speaking to Rich Edna, the one thing I said was consistency is what I'm looking for this season.
Yeah. It's
And
right.
like as good as that victory was against Leeds, I thought, you know what, we've hammed them before. Like Bielsa's a madman. Let's not get too hyped, and let's keep our feet on the
he's really
ground, and move accordingly. But it is what it is. We're
Bielsa is
seeing the
not going
same
to
old
change
things
the way
again.
he plays. Yeah, like
Yeah,
we can't just turn it off and turn it on every time. You have to be consistent. Teams that want to win the league, they're not going to play one game in good and the next game out. They will be consistent. Chelsea have been consistent. Them winning the
yeah.
Champions League, UEFA League, it's not because they got a manager bounce. Yes, they got a manager bounce, but since that manager bounce, they've been consistent with it. The way they
And
play,
they've built
the
on it,
way
and
they
they've got a clear
defend, the way
strategy
they
and a
attack.
plan.
Right, they've been consistent with
Even if you look
whatever
at the players
process
they're
Tuchel's
signing,
doing.
even if you look at the players they're signing players that fit that specific system.
Exactly. So and the thing is, whatever players he's bringing in is putting it into that system and then getting
Yeah,
them going straight up.
yeah.
All of the
And then you
Sancho,
look at us,
Varane,
and then you look at us,
Lukaku came in what 2 days
and
ago?
and then you look at us, and you have to ask the question, like, if you want to play out from the back, why did you sign Wan-Bissaka?
And even if
If
you
that's
want to play, Wan-Bissaka, even if you want to do that and use Wan-Bissaka, at least coach him into doing it. Coach him into it. Players can be
yeah,
coached, They can be coached. You tell them what you need them to do, and they'll carry it out. Isn't the same thing we keep saying about Jason Park? Sir Alex would tell him, "This is what I need you to do," and he would do it to the T because he's been coached into that. You cannot just go into them thinking, "Yeah, let's just pin the ball, counter attack, and we're gonna win the league." It doesn't work like that. You have to
we
have a
depend way
strategy.
too much on individual moments of brilliance.
I don't like it. It's the same thing we kept saying. Like we want to win again, but even if when you lose a game and then you're clapping your team saying, "Yeah, and they did well," like they went in, they gave it their best. But it's a different story where the goal Greenwood scored kind of covered what happened there today. The
Yeah,
1-1 covered what happened on the pitch today because 1-1 didn't explain whatever happened out there today. The way we played, who plays Matic and Fred together? Who? One is slow,
and if it
one
weren't
can't
for
pass
De
the ball,
Gea,
and you put them in the
if
cupboard.
it weren't for De Gea, we could have just as easily lost that game as well.
Exactly. Like who does that? You play 2 people who can carry the ball forward. They either play good today or play good tomorrow or play bad tomorrow. They're not very good complementing each other. They've done that many times. Every time you put those 2 together, they've been terrible. Why are you still doing it? Why are you still doing it? Pogba was able to go forward because McTominay, for some reason, changed his mind and said, I'm going to keep playing forward. So every time he got the ball, he was giving it to Pogba going forward. McTominay and Matic and Fred didn't do that. So you seen in the first half,
Matic's
it
legs
didn't
is
work.
well and truly
You
gone.
seen that. It didn't work in the first half. So what you doing in the second half? All right, this is not working. Let's change it. You've got Donny on the bench, and to me, I'm looking at Donny thinking, even Lingard came back from loan and still get minutes. How? The guy went loan,
Donny's
came back,
asking
and
his
he's still getting
agent a lot of
minutes.
questions right now.
I'm like, at this point, you can't take it. But we can see what's going on. If you know that you don't need the guy, or if I tell him the fans are gonna get on my back, you're already on your back. Most people don't like you anyway, so you're already on the hate list anyway. So just do what you gotta do, grow some balls, and sell the guy. Use the money to get a deal. If that's what you're worried about, everybody already getting on you anyway. So if you know you don't really need him and you're just trying to save face, well, it ain't working. You're not saving no face. So sell him and just get a DM because there's no point of you putting him there and making him sit there every time. And people are saying, well, whenever he gets the chance, he never uses it. Who sits at home for 6 weeks and then the following week they call you to go to the gym? Are you going to start with the regular routine? You're gonna take it slow. It's the same thing. You can't keep giving him 5 minutes, 3 minutes, 2 minutes, and then all of a sudden you just throw him in the starting 11 and then expect him to be messy. It doesn't work like that. Everybody needs flows. Everybody needs game time. The same thing is happening to Sancho too. He's coming off the bench. He's not really doing anything. You need put them and put them right there. That's why you bought them. That's why you
This was
went
the
out and
perfect
buy them.
opportunity for Sancho to start.
Right.
Look at what Chelsea have done with
I swear
Lukaku.
to
They just
God,
tucked him right in.
everybody thought Sancho was gonna start. People talking about he needs game time. Didn't he do the same thing to Bruno? Bruno came in, trained once or twice. He started again once the next day. So where is this? Oh, see, let me tell you something. Me personally, I'm done. All them excuses, all the he needs to do it. Nah, that needs to just stay in the previous season. This season, I don't want to hear it. This season is nothing but the manager. I don't care if Pogba had a stinker. I do not care if Bruno has a stinker the next game. This season, it's either you get it right or you get it wrong. You have to show. You can't ask for players like Sancho, Varane, Maguire, Aaron Wan-Bissaka, and you're still not showing a style of play. You're still not showing a way forward. We're still not seeing your process. So this season, every camera is on you.
Edna, what did you think of Oli getting a new deal?
Yeah, we'll make this the last question. Actually, we'll make this the last question. I guess Edna's answered it.
I mean, why? At least give him a year.
Because personally, for me, I would have liked to have seen what the situation was looking like in May, and also if the contract was running down, maybe that would have propelled him to take more risks.
Or give him 1 year and see how it goes, so that at least if you're gonna sack him, you're not gonna have a lot to pay. Now they've given him all this big contract. If they eventually sack him, which I don't think they will ever do, now they have to pay the money the same way they just paid off Mourinho the last time, and then bring.
But this is the thing, though. I don't think they plan to sack him. To be fair, I think the only way he's going to get sacked is if we finish outside the top four, and with the squad that we have, we're not going to finish outside the top four by default.
See, that's why I said. That's why I said
Edna,
I'm done.
Sorry to cut you. Rush and Edna, sorry to cut you. I'm gonna have to try and extend this show every week. You know,
it's getting late.
Especially when United drop points, boy. Edna, can you do me a favor?
Even if they're winning, it's the same thing.
Oh gosh, Edna, do me a favor. Stay in the background for me, please. And when we finish the show, we're gonna get you involved in our WhatsApp group.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. We can.
All right.
Rush.
Thank
Pick up
you.
as always, bro.
Bye. Take care.
Take care. All right, just to finish up on like this little debate's been raging for a couple of weeks, so I kind of want to put an end to it. Hopefully,
Here he is, the shit shirt again.
Right, I'm glad you put your Miami shirt back on. By the way, it's a nice t-shirt.
Honestly, where'd you get the shirt from, bro? Seriously, fuck my life.
Like in Egypt.
Leo, what did you want to say to Hamza? Because you were like, get me in.
You were gassing bare, but you're so look, Hamza. Yeah, you know I respect you in it, but you're the most undecisive fucking Man United fan I've ever heard, bro. Like you can't make your mind up whether you love someone or hate someone because you U-turn so quickly when you listen to everyone else's opinion. You should.
Who do I hate? Who do I hate?
You dislike a player in one comment, then someone says,
"Yeah,
I don't dislike him." And
give me example. Give me example.
I mean, you're Ollie in, Ollie out. You shake it all about, and then you just make your mind up. Like you gotta make your mind up and be decisive.
No, that's not true. That's not true. I said it. I say it always. I'm Ollie in, but today I disagreed with the things that he did. I see a style of football that he trying to implement when he came in, and I think he's trying to put that, but I don't think he's got the right place. And today I disagreed with the things that he did. Like that doesn't mean I'm Ollie in. Doesn't mean I have to agree with everything that he does. Today he was crap, like a crap, and I'm Ollie in.
Was he crap or was the team crap?
Both, because he doesn't have a CDM. He doesn't have someone like Jorginho. it
The
it
thing
doesn't
is,
have
yeah, you've got
the-
calibers of players in your team that actually have been at the club for a while. So in the long run, as much as I'm not a United fan, there are players that can modify their play or their game to help out the team. So you've got a player like Pogba, who's how tall? 6 foot. And whether he plays attacking midfield or plays behind, he could play the CDM as well. So as much as Matic has lost his legs, and I said that literally, as you look and see the guy, I was like, but he almost scored a header for you. Because if he had scored that header, guarantee you would have been sucking off Matic.
we got 4 headers.
But
in
you would have
first
been
20
sucking
minutes.
it off, man.
We got 3 and 4 headers in the first 20 minutes.
Seriously, if Matic just scored, what would you be saying about him?
What?
If Matic had scored, what would you have said?
That he was crap.
Even if he had scored for you lot and you had won the game.
Yes, Fred scored last time and he played crap.
I mean,
And I give him a
bro,
6.
if we watch back what you were talking about Fred as well, man, and it's like
No. Fred, today we lost that game because of the midfield. I don't care what anybody says. Today we lost the game because of
Bro,
the
I'm
midfield.
reading Brush's comments, man. You best get Google out and have a look at us.
To be fair,
You know
Brush-
what?
Brush challenged you,
Because
no?
you always challenge me in everything, and because you're after Arsenal. You're after Arsenal.
I'm not after Arsenal. I'm Chelsea, bro. What are you on about?
Yeah, you're coming. Chelsea are coming after Arsenal. Stay tuned.
Bro, they're 19th in the league after 2 games. I mean, I'm not worried about Arsenal this season. Whether they finish above us or below us.
What are you on about? Hold on. No, hold on. I'm talking about the Google rant.
The Google rant.
I'm saying Arsenal. Rich, explain.
Yeah, he's gonna get you on the stream and he's gonna rant about your team.
Oh, but Arsenal or Chelsea? I'm so confused. Literally, all I heard is Arsenal. What are you on
About
about?
Chelsea? He's gonna do Arsenal next. He said.
What do you want to run about Chelsea? I can tell you most things about Chelsea, bro.
Well, you want to Google? Let's Google. Let's Google right now.
But what are we Googling?
Chelsea.
He's actually Googling.
It's a live Google, guys.
I might have to. Hang on a minute. Let me Google something. Shit, Miami top with palm trees on.
You were asking for it in a couple of minutes. See who's undecisive now.
Yeah,
Now, I'm going to share screen right now. If you give me permission, Reed, can I screen share?
Give me a sec.
No, I can do it. No, I'm doing this.
Richard, he's doing it,
Yeah,
bro.
I know that he's
He's
doing
gonna
it.
cry
He's
otherwise.
obviously-
Come on. What?
I've got to give you the permission, innit? So 1 second.
Give him permission.
Bro, I can do it from my end.
Then go on, do it. Go on.
Right, what are we looking up, bro?
Now we're looking at.
But you
Okay.
got to tell me before you Google it. What are you looking up and see whether I can tell you.
Just
before
add it
you
to the
see
stream, Rich.
Enjoy, guys. Enjoy.
What are we Googling here?
Just get out. Get Leo out of here because I want to explain with my own chest.
I'm not gonna say nothing. I'm gonna let you go now.
No. I don't like
I'll
you
mute
being
myself. Look. I'll mute it. Yeah.
Rich, bro. Just get him out. Come on, and keep him with you in the comments. Come on,
Crack on with it,
for God's sake. Anyway, now, ladies and gentlemen, first of all, we got the bull-headed, whatever he's called, the guy who can't even first touch, but he scores goals. Which, into his credit, he scores goals. But he always blames everybody. You know, like this guy passing. Oh, why didn't you put it here instead of here in my legs? Like this guy is an ex-Wilfred Zaha. Scores
also an
goals.
ex-United player.
He only scores goals.
He's also
I didn't like him at United.
Shut up, bro.
An ex-United, bro. You said you're gonna mute yourself. Shut up and listen.
I'm
right?
listening. I mean, I'm listening to your
No,
bullshit.
mute yourself.
Go ahead.
Mute yourself. No, mute yourself. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. This is an ex-Zaha who always always complains about everything basically, but he only scores goals, which I would give him credit. Next one, ladies and gentlemen, Now I need to pull this up, right? Because hold up, Rich, get it out, get this one out. Get this website out because I need to get this. I need to get this. Yes, thank you so much. Hold on. When I tell you to put it on, I wish I had control of the stream, you know.
I'm glad you don't have control of this stream because honestly, if anyone logged in now, they'll be like, "What the fuck am I watching?"
No. Hold on.
He scores goals. He's a striker. No shit.
Now, Rich. Now, Rich. Come on. Go on.
Kai Havertz. What are you showing me here, brother? Mason Mount. What is this?
You don't know this video.
Well, I don't have that much time to. Can't see it, man. What was
This is
happening?
Kai Havertz, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah,
That's
Hamza, it flopped. It didn't even show nothing.
Yeah, what
Listen,
was it showing? But what does
It
it
didn't show up.
let me just end this show. Like, guys, I think you
No,
two actually,
no. I'm not done. I'm not done here. No.
you two need to have your own show. I think you two should have your own show. Talk about it. Have your own show. I think
honestly,
it'll be absolutely brilliant.
I don't think
brilliant.
we can because
I think you can.
No.
You have to have your own show.
Oh, I know we could call it the undecisive one, isn't it? That'll be actually a good name
That's
for
a
the
good
show.
name for it. There you go.
No, that's it. Hamza, you can have your show called the undecisive one.
I think
Yeah,
you
well-
two bounce off each other really well.
Mate, you talked about the Miami shirt. I wear it with pride, and you're saying you don't want it now.
I never wanted it in the first place.
You should have the loyalty.
To
You should
United
have the loyalty. You should be proud and have loyalty to wear this shirt. Now,
No, I just wear the flash, man. I wear what I actually like, which is
Flash, yeah.
I don't want to look
Flash.
like something out of a Scarface film, man. Okay, Manolo.
oh,
Listen, the people have spoken. You need your own show. Listen, guys, we have to tell them every week they need to set up their own show. It has to be done.
I don't need you. I don't need you.
is it gonna be? Is it gonna be a version? Is it gonna be a version 2 Ty and Claude? No, I don't want this.
I think it's going to be better than that. I think it's going to be better than that. Guys, listen, I'm getting off. I've got an early start and I've got to start planning for teaching. School starts back soon.
Ooh.
So, yeah, this is it. Teacher life, daddy life, husband life,
brother life.
Hamza, stay blessed, man. Seriously.
But still going to keep churning out this content for you. But Hamza, before you go, I've got one last thing for you. Leo, oh yeah, guys, subscribe to Leo's channel, Euroscope. I believe you said you've got a show on Tuesday you're looking at.
Yeah,
right?
potentially Tuesday. I'm hoping to get Kalchishko off the ground with subtitles as well. But yeah,
Yes,
man,
please.
I'm gonna just say, stay blessed, people. Great community. Ant and Dick, more like Ant and Dick for him being the dick. We'll just leave it.
No, get him out of here now. Get him out of here now. Because
oh mate,
Leo.
this is now out of order.
Hamza, listen, I have to. The reason why I wanted you to have your stage here, I want to give you your props. Listen, you're 15 years old from Egypt, and like no, I don't think anyone's picking on you or bullying you or anything like that. It's all just love. It's banter. It's a lovely community we have. But what you do is you speak with passion and you speak with conviction. And you have your odd rant, but continue the hard work, young man. You're doing a brilliant job. All right, don't stop.
Thank you.
And make sure, listen, on a serious level, between you and Leo, get a show together. It is going to be absolute banter. It will be brilliant. And I want to just leave you with one last parting gift. I forgot to pop the away kit. The third kit. Guys, listen, like, share, subscribe to Eagle-Eyed Football. This was our second episode of Get Amped. Listen, Man United fans were triggered. I know the Arsenal fans are hiding. It is what it is, guys. Spread the word. Let everyone come on a Sunday night and share their own opinions, man. This has been an absolute vibe. Big up to everyone in the chat as well. I love you guys, man. You are awesome. I'm out.